Hi guys, today I'm going to be showing you how I get this natural glowy everyday makeup look. This is my go-to makeup look. It's tried and true. I have fine-tuned this. It's super glowy and it allows your skin to really shine through. I love that this really looks like natural skin. There is no foundation caking. There's nothing super thick on the skin. However, you are still going to be able to cover up any sort of acne, imperfections, anything like that. I wear this to castings as well as a model, so it works. So without much further ado, let's get into the tutorial. Good morning. It is so beautiful and sunny out today in New York City. So let's dive right in. I have prepped my skin. So my third step in my skincare routine is always niacinamide and zinc from The Ordinary, which is very like sticky. I know this doesn't work for everyone, but if you do have oily skin, which I do, I have oily acne prone skin, this is a godsend. And after that, I did put some Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream on tap. This is probably one of my favorite moisturizers. It's just very solid, very reliable, and it's very lightweight. So I put that on about 20 minutes ago. So my skin is nice and hydrated and prepped. The first product I am going to start with is going to be the Glow Screen. I love this because it is so shimmery and shiny, and it has SPF 40, which we love because, like I said, it is so freaking sunny today. So I just put a dab on my forehead, dab here. Might need to pick up some more of this. I love this stuff. And this just serves as a really great highlighter under your skin. I put it all over just because I want the sunscreen, especially on a day like today where the sun is blasting. And you want to make sure that you're really getting that into your forehead, because that is going to be number one thing that is getting hit by the sun. Moving right along, so for my, I guess you could say foundation, I don't use foundation. I'm gonna be using the Tarte Tinted BB Treatment Primer. This is one of my favorite products ever. I've been using this for like as long as I can remember, probably at least the past like 6 years. This is incredible. It is super lightweight, and obviously since it is a primer, your makeup on top of it is going to look insanely amazing. It's an SPF 30. I kind of do always like to have SPF on, but I add the Super Goop as just an extra layer. The reason I use this instead of foundation is because a lot of days I just want something really lightweight. That's what this makeup tutorial is. It's going to be very natural and glowy. This is in the shade Light. I put it on my finger and I rub my fingers together. I don't use a brush for this product just because I think it looks so much better when you put it on with your hands. So it's gonna warm up with my hands. And when it first goes on, it goes on a little bit dark, but it blends out really nicely. I'm gonna get some on my neck. This is not going to be full coverage, not even medium coverage. This is very sheer, but it's great for building upon. So with that said, I am gonna move right into concealer. I love the Fenty Beauty concealer. I've loved this for years. I've loved this pretty much since they came out with it. They have such a nice shade range. Personally, my skin has very yellow undertones, so I always need a neutral undertone. And this, I use shade 185. They just have so many shade options, and it's so thick and long lasting that it's just a really nice concealer. So I have very dark under eyes just always. So I always put this under my eyes just to brighten them up. I start here at the inner corner and then I bring it out here. I'll do that on both sides. And then I also put it around my nose just because it tends to be quite red in that area. And then I put it on blemishes. So I have a little spot right there. I guess a little here we'll get. And you're gonna see how nicely this concealer blends. Oh my God, coffee. Okay, so I just used a beauty blender. I did clean this recently, I promise. It just, they get so dyed. So then I'm just gonna blend this and kind of drag it out this way. And I also will put it on my brow bone just to kind of cover up. I personally have very fair skin, so you can kind of see some of my veins. But yeah, do the other side. breakouts, just full coverage around the eye. Now you can see this is sticking so nicely to that Tarte primer, obviously. Okay, perfect. Now I'm gonna set that concealer. I use these little powder puffs from Amazon. Sorry, it's been used. These are amazing. I was influenced by literally everyone on TikTok posting about these. And then for setting powder, I just use Sephora brand. This is $15 and it works just as good as everything else. This is a Sephora translucent setting powder. So it is translucent. It doesn't have a color at all. The reason that I use translucent is because I'm just gonna be baking under my eyes and setting that. I use a different powder to set the rest of my makeup, and you'll see that in a second. We're just gonna put this underneath and here. And I usually like to let this bake for at least 5 minutes. And I'm not too precious with that either. Okay, so we're gonna let that bake. While that bakes, I'm actually gonna do my contour. What I actually use for contour lately is a concealer in a darker shade with a neutral undertone. This is the Lancome Tint Idol Ultra Wear All Over Concealer, and I use it in shade 460. And I'm gonna show you why I do this. It just looks so much better than a cream contour, a contour stick. It just blends a lot nicer because it's a concealer. So this is a life hack if you're looking for a contour. I would recommend, I honestly just got lucky with the shade match and this just worked really well for me. But I would definitely go to just test out a few colors and see what one works best for you. But if you're similar to my coloring, 460, and I'm gonna put this right here where I want to contour, and a little bit goes a long way. So that's all I'm going to use, and that's going to contour my entire face. So we're going back in with the damp beauty blender, and what I do is, and it's going to look crazy like before I'm done, so just please bear with me. I'm going to go like this and see how nicely that's blending. And it's going to be really dark when I'm done because I'm going to go in with another setting powder and kind of blend everything out and clean it all up. But then I also am gonna drag some up here onto my temple. I'm gonna get this side. It's looking a little crazy, so like I said, just bear with me. And then I drag some up here. Get my hair out of the way, don't mind me. I drag some up onto my forehead, so it looks like this. And then you guessed it, we're dragging it under our jawbone as well. And then because I use this with the concealer, there's still a little concealer on the tip, so if I bring it out too far, I can kind of blend it back. And this doesn't need to be perfect. And I also sometimes like to squeeze it a little and put a little bit on the side of my nose. I am not a nose contour person, so this is pretty much the extent that I do a nose contour. But I look a little bit crazy, but that's fine because now you're gonna see how I'm gonna blend this all out. So I am first gonna take and this is the best MAC brush ever. This is the MAC 170 brush. It's a foundation brush. I use it specifically for powder though. So first what I'm gonna do is wipe off all of the baking translucent setting powder so that our under eyes do not crease at all day. And then I'm gonna use the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish Natural, and this is shade medium, so this is what it is. As you can see, I love this. I have been using this for as long as I can remember, probably 10 years. Like, this is my favorite thing ever, and I use MAC 170 brush. And so this is the setting powder that I use that is a specific color. So that's why I just get the translucent Sephora just for baking. I wouldn't use this for baking just because it's a little bit too dark for under the eyes. But then I just blend that in. So see how nice and blended that looks compared to like this side? I used this on one of my friends and this brush with this powder, and she was like, this is like the Facetune smooth tool, but in real life. And it really is. This coverage on this powder is incredible. And like I said, since I used that primer originally, this is just sticking onto it. So it's like, That's how I'm kind of doing the foundation situation here. And I do this because this looks a lot more natural and glowy. And when I wear my makeup like this, people genuinely do not think I have makeup on, period. So yeah, if you want that look, this is how you do it. We're looking good. Some on my eyelids. Now what I like to do, sometimes I want to just bronze myself up a little bit more, is I will take, I have a couple options here. Okay, I have a travel size of NARS Laguna bronzer, and I have this MAC 150S brush for bronzer. It's a little small, so I just kind of dab it to really get in there. Like this. What I do is just to kind of bronze me up a little bit. I'm just gonna go like this. Nothing crazy. Just a little extra bronzy, right? Because it's winter. Well, it's not winter yet. It's fall, pretty much winter. So I want to make sure I am a little bronzy because I certainly did not remember to do any sort of fake tan. I am looking like Casper the Ghost. Okay, much better. Now we're not Casper. And sometimes I do like to dab a little on my nose. Like I said, I'm not precious about nose contour. I just kind of do my thing. So now we're gonna go in with blush. And since I have already set everything with powder, I am gonna use a powder blush. And I mean, if it's not broken, don't fix it. I am using NARS. As you know, this is the best blush ever. I just repurchased it because I was on set with a makeup artist and we were both talking about like how this is the best blush ever, and she actually ended up using it on me, and we were like, people freak out about blush now and they make so many different blushes. This one's always the best. It just looks so good, and it's got so much, like, it's got those like gold flecks in it, so it also is highlighting. We're gonna use this, and I just used the Sephora Pro Blush Brush 99, and I just do the apple of the cheek and up a little bit, almost to the brow bone. I find blush is more flattering on the upper face, and I'm not a crazy blush girl. I don't like to look too blushed, but perfect. And a little on the nose because it's cute. Okay, great. Now we are blushed. Now highlighter. This is my favorite part. I just purchased this and I'm so obsessed with it. I can't believe I lived without it. This Dior Backstage Glow Face Palette in this colorway. It comes with 2 highlighters and a blush and a bronzer. That's what they call it, but they're very, 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 very shimmery. I am using just this highlighter brush that I should probably replace because it broke, but whatever. I'm gonna use this white shade for my upper cheekbone and brow bone right here. And right here, just a little bit. A little bit goes a long way. And then I close my eyes and just do a little bit on the inner corner and blend it out with my finger. Then I also will blend this out with my finger so that it doesn't look super intense. How pretty is that? I just love this. I think it is so pretty. Now I am gonna use this gold shade for my nose and Cupid's bow. This on our nose. I think this is why I don't really do nose contour, just because this kind of helps a lot. And this will fade throughout the day, so it's not gonna look crazy all day. I love doing the Cupid's bow. If you have one, let it shine. Okay, great. All done with highlighter. Okay, coffee break. Now, for the brows, I have used this forever, and I use this because, as you can tell, I'm blonde. I do dye my eyebrows brown so that you can see them. They're fairly sparse for my taste, so I do use a powder duo. I use the Anastasia Beverly Hills. Sorry, I always say it like Anastasia Beverly Hills. Taupe Brow Powder Duo. It really, really helps to fill in my brows. I found that just using a brow pencil it just doesn't look natural like this does. Just using this angled brush, I don't even know where this is from, but it's great. The way that I do this is this probably takes the longest, and I do it last because I am getting lots of powder in my eyebrows while I do my makeup, and especially with the highlighter up at the top, I want to make sure that I'm not getting any of that in with the brows. So that's why I do my brows last. I know a lot of people do them first, but that's not me. I start here at the furthest edge and I just kind of make a line there. Then I follow along the bottom line of my brows, and I like to make them darker than they need to be because from there I can kind of like smudge it out so that it's not super intense. But I go along the bottom line and kind of pull it upwards into the brow so it kind of looks like that. Then I'm going to go along the top and just to make sure that I have the structure there. Now my eyebrows are quite uneven, so I always do my best to try to make them look as even as possible. Okay, so I'm gonna leave that one like that. We're gonna move to the second side. Kind of tell where my eyebrows are more sparse than not. And you just give me a second to kind of make these bad boys match as neatly as possible. Then what I do is I just take a finger and just kind of smudge it so that it's not super dark. Okay, hold on, we need a little more up here. Oh yeah, that's better. This is the most challenging part of the process, so don't hate me for that. If you are someone who is born with dark hair and dark brows that you actually have to take away from the brow, I am jealous. I've always had to add to them. You are one of those people, you probably can just skip that and move right to this step. This is my eyebrow gel. I just use the NYX brand. I set my eyebrows because they are on the longer side. Like I said, I'm trying to keep as much of there as I can. So this way they aren't gonna go in crazy directions. Okay, perfect. We're gonna move to mascara. I am quickly going to just curl my lashes. I am no Alex Earl when it comes to curling lashes. I am very whatever. This is the best mascara you can buy. Sorry, this one's a little crusty because I obviously use it every day. This is the Maybelline Lash Sensational mascara. It's like $9. I am weird about how mascara smells because I feel like so many of them smell like chemicals and it's disgusting and I smell it all day if I wear it and I can't do that. This smells like nothing. Great. And this is the brush, but this is above and beyond the best mascara I have ever used in my entire life, and I have tried every single brand that I know you're gonna recommend to me. They're not better than this. This is the best one. This one has the most easily buildable formula. It keeps your lashes nice and separate and you can build onto them. It does not flake off. It lasts forever. It does not smudge. This is perfect, and it's also easy to get off. It's easy to get off, but it stays. It's incredible. So I give it a little twirl. I always start with my red eye, obviously. I start at the bottom of my lash and I kind of wiggle it up to the top. I make sure to get the inner corner and then I go over the top as well, like that. So I'm taking it from the bottom and from the top. Then I make sure to get the outer corner. I'll just use the little tip here to get the outer corner. And like, see how nice this mascara makes your eyelashes look? Like, wow. I always put it on the bottom, obviously. I don't know how some people don't do that. It looks crazy. And I go this way to get the outer corner. Gorgeous! Okay, let me do the other side. But I'm gonna do the exact same thing, so. Okay, yay! Now we're on our last step, guys. I am using my favorite lip liner of all time for you. It is the MAC lip liner in Whirl, obviously. If you haven't heard of this before, you're welcome. I have just unlocked a world of wonder for you. I overline slightly, I'll show you. So, and this is so smooth and creamy that it's easy. Make sure I get my cupid's bow. And then we're gonna get the bottom. I overline slightly on the bottom. We're gonna fill in the whole lip with this color because I love it so much. And I find that lip liner lasts so much longer than lipstick. I've been doing this trick for years. Okay. This MAC product is so like smooth. It almost feels like lipstick. Then as a gloss, I love the MAC lip gloss. It's a little sticky, but it looks sick. Little it goes a long way with this stuff. And I like this type of applicator because you can really get it. Wow, look at that. Look how juicy. Okay, my last step, I'm gonna set using this Ilia Blue Light Filter Protect and Set Mist. I believe this was like a free bonus in like one of those Sephora kits. I found that this really helps to kind of lock in the look for a long time. So like this I'm gonna be wearing for probably 12 hours because it's the morning and I have my day ahead of me. So let's set. Alrighty, wow, that was fun and easy. And here is the finished look. So thank you guys so much for watching. Every single product that I mentioned is going to be linked down below. I also have an Amazon storefront that I have a makeup section listed, and that's also going to have all the products on there, all the ones that you can buy on Amazon if you prefer to shop on Amazon. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Let me know if you try this look, and hopefully this is very informative on how to get a nice, natural, everyday, glowy, light glam. Alrighty guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.